The old house stood on a windswept moor, a grand, imposing Victorian mansion. It was shrouded in an eerie silence, its windows like vacant eyes. The house had stood empty for decades. Locals whispered stories about it. They said it was cursed.
The house was inherited by me, Emily, a young woman. I knew nothing of its history, but I was drawn to the house's lonely charm. I decided to make it my home. Little did I know I was stepping into a nightmare.
Emily arrived on a cold, gray afternoon. The air hung heavy with dread. As she stepped inside, a chill ran down her spine. The house felt cold, unwelcoming. Dust lay thick on the furniture and cobwebs clung to the walls. Strange noises echoed through the empty halls. The floorboards creaked underfoot. A sudden draft slammed a door shut.
I tried to shake off the feeling of unease. I told myself it was just the age of the house, but deep down a seed of fear had been planted.
Night fell, and the house came alive. As Emily lay in bed, she heard whispers. Soft, indistinct murmurs seemed to come from the walls themselves. The whispers seemed to be calling her name.
Terror gripped my heart. I pulled the covers tight, trying to block out the sounds. Sleep evaded me. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle of wind in the trees outside sent shivers down my spine. I knew then that I was not alone in the house.
Emily.
The next day, Emily explored the house. She had always been drawn to places with a mysterious past, and this house was no exception. The air was thick with dust and the scent of forgotten memories. She stumbled upon a locked room in the attic. The door was old and worn, with a rusty lock that seemed to guard its secrets fiercely. Curiosity got the better of her. She couldn't resist the urge to uncover what lay behind that door. With a bit of effort and determination, she managed to pry the door open. Inside, covered in dust, was an old photo album. The room was filled with old furniture and items that seemed to tell a story of their own. The photo album lay open on a wooden table, its pages yellowed with age. Emily's fingers trembled as she reached out to touch it.
What is this? An old photo album? She wondered aloud, her voice barely a whisper in the stillness of the attic.
The photos were faded, their edges frayed and worn. Each image seemed to capture a moment lost in time, but they showed a man. His face was stern, yet there was something unsettling about his expression. He had a cruel smile that sent shivers down her spine. It was as if he knew a dark secret, and eyes that seemed to follow her. Those piercing eyes seemed to bore into her soul, making her feel uneasy. As she looked at the photos, the whispers intensified. They grew louder, filling the room with an eerie presence. They seemed to be telling her a story of betrayal, madness, and a darkness that consumed all. The whispers were relentless, each one more chilling than the last, and a darkness that consumed all. The atmosphere grew heavier, and Emily felt a cold chill run down her spine.
Beware the shadows, Emily. A voice echoed in her mind, a warning that seemed to come from the very walls of the house. They hold the secrets of our past. The shadows seemed to dance on the walls, whispering tales of long-forgotten events and hidden truths.
One night, Emily saw him. She had been tossing and turning, unable to sleep, when she felt a chill in the air. A tall, shadowy figure standing at the foot of her bed. It was as if the darkness itself had taken form. His eyes glowed with an eerie light, piercing through the darkness, making her heart race. He reached out to her with a hand that seemed to be made of smoke, tendrils of mist curling around his fingers.
Who are you? She whispered, her voice trembling. What do you want from me? Her voice grew louder, filled with desperation.
Emily screamed and scrambled back, her heart pounding in her chest. She could feel the walls closing in on her. The figure vanished as quickly as it had appeared. Emily was left trembling, her mind racing with fear and confusion. She knew then that she had to escape the house. She couldn't stay another moment in this place of terror, but it was too late. The house seemed to have a life of its own, trapping her within its walls. The house had her now. It was as if the shadows themselves were alive, watching her every move.
You cannot escape. The voice was cold, echoing through the halls. The darkness is your home now. The words sent a shiver down her spine as she realized the true horror of her situation.
Emily was never seen again. She vanished without a trace, leaving behind only whispers and shadows. Her disappearance remains one of the greatest mysteries of the old house. Some say her screams can still be heard. They pierce the silence of the night, sending shivers down the spine of anyone who dares to listen. They echo across the moor on dark and stormy nights. The wind carries her cries, mingling with the thunder and lightning, creating a symphony of fear. The house stands empty still. Its walls, once filled with laughter and life, now only hold silence and sorrow, a chilling reminder of its dark past. The portraits on the wall seem to watch, their eyes following every movement, as if they know the secrets hidden within. The whispering shadows still linger. They move through the halls, unseen but always felt, a constant presence that never leaves, waiting for their next victim. The door creaks open, inviting the curious and the brave, but few dare to enter.
Emily! Emily! Join us! The voices call out, a haunting invitation that echoes through the empty rooms.
The house on the moor remains a place of mystery. Its secrets are buried deep, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to seek them. A haunted monument to the darkness that resides within its walls. The whispers continue. They tell stories of the past, of lives lost and dreams shattered. They tell a tale of fear, echoing through the ages. The old book holds secrets, its pages filled with the history of the haunted house. A haunting reminder that some secrets are best left buried. The staircase creaks under the weight of unseen footsteps, a ghostly reminder of the past.
Forever haunted. The house stands as a testament to the unknown, a place where the past and present collide, forever shrouded in mystery and fear.